Good morning, folks. Here we are, arriving off the coast of Norway, making his way up to Stavanger. And gotta make sure we don't bang it. Waking people up. It's only about 7:15. There you go. Right, folks, we're due into Stavanger at 9:30 according to Captain. Yeah, and so we're a couple of hours yet before we arrive in Stavanger. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. The air does feel fresher somehow this far north. I'm stood on my balcony in just a shirt sleeve, as you saw. It's not that cold, considering how early in the morning it is. And as I say, and as you can see, one of my neighbours is up. So I'm not the only one out on the balcony at this time in the morning. But it's sights like this that make having a balcony all that much worthwhile. You know, because you're inside cabin, you've got to get up, get dressed, go up on deck to be able to see this. And plus, of course, in your cabin, you've no real sense of day or night. So there you have it, folks. Right, folks, something I forgot to tell you yesterday. On the Iona, on celebration night, and it used to be the same on Britannia, you got a voucher to get a free drink for go with the evening meal. Well, now they do things slightly different, starting with Britannia. They don't give you that voucher anymore. What you've got to do is you go to a party they hold, called a welcome on board party, and they give you a drink there, and then obviously you take that into restaurant with you. The advantage of that slightly is they hold two of these parties, one at 6 o'clock and one at 8 o'clock. So you go for the 6 o'clock one and you get your drink, you go into the restaurant and you have your meal, and then you go back down there at 8 o'clock and you get another drink for the 8 o'clock sitting. So there you go. Right, folks, this morning I decided to make it a light breakfast, seeing as I've got an excursion. So I've just gone for a bowl of porridge, and yeah, and that's the view I've got. As I'm having my breakfast of a bowl of porridge. Yeah, as you see, there's spectacular scenery, the coast of Norway. So there you are, folks. Alright, folks, yeah, that were okay. Porridge is porridge, but nice enough, tasty enough. And I thought, it just struck me, this is now the furthest north I've ever been. Prior to this, it was Copenhagen in Denmark. Yeah, and now we're well past Copenhagen. We're steaming up towards Stavanger. Yeah, so quite a lot further north. There you go. So, milestone for me. Never thought about that. until just now. But yeah. Yeah, and as I say, that tanker don't appear to be moving. If it is, it's going very, very slowly. There's not like a bay there. Yes, so as I say, that's very nice. So it's I'll see you later on in the morning, and I'm going to go up to the crow's nest, so I'll see you all in the crow's nest. Ah, folks, as if by magic, here we are in the crow's nest. And we're not alone, look, going in. You can see we've got two ships in front of us. There you go. And we appear to be about to overtake them. One of them is actually coming out. The one at the back is definitely coming out. That's a supply vessel, so they're going out to what do they call it, in North Sea, the oil rigs. Yes, that's definitely going out, because you can see how it's catching up with this tanker, which is definitely going in, and we're going in as well be. And so we're about to overtake this guy, and the other ship, which is a supply vessel, is going out. You can see he's got well past him. There you go, folks. One other thing I should add, folks, is that the sea's been very calm all the way up here. Yeah, there's been no bad weather. Hopefully that'll continue, but as all seafarers will know, there's no guarantee. But yeah, but other than that, it has been a smooth sailing so far. You know, and as I'm up near front, it would have been rough. It'd have been like being on a roller coaster. Mind you, in December, when I'm on the Azora, I'm right at the front. Yeah, I'm right at the front on Azora, so that will be like being on a roller coaster if we get a bit of rough sea, because it'll be up and down, up and down. So yeah, so there you go. I'm just going to sit here and relax for a while, and Buffet wasn't as crowded as I expected it to be. Mind you, we're not due in port until 9:30, and that's probably why. I mean, if we'd have been due in port, say about 8 o'clock, then it would have been even with people, you know, going on tours and everything. Right, folks, here we are approaching Stavanger. As you can see, we're close in. As we weave our way past the little islands. Can you imagine living there? Blocks of flats. I think they're flats. Could be offices, but yeah. No, I think the flats. Yeah. Pushing sailing ship coming out at dock. There's boys over there, and so we must be going straight ahead. I'll film a bit more when we get a bit closer. Right folks, that is where we're going to dock, because I recognise that wall mural that you can see in the yellow, on the yellow building at the other end of that sort of like long white tent. I've seen it on quite a few people's videos, so that's going to be where we're going to land, or I should say we're going to dock. And we coach there, maybe that's one at toes, and the my tour goes from that dock as far as I know. As I say, that's not till 1:45 this afternoon. But I imagine we go out through that, under that bridge. Being a small craft, it can get under there. Out up there, that's where that lock is. A big lock if it is. No, the Fjord. Yeah, yes, we're definitely gonna dock there. I think we might have turned round, but I don't think we are doing. I think it's a bit too late now to turn round. Well, I don't know. Might be. We'll see. Okay then, folks. But definitely that's where we're going to dock, as I say, because I recognise the mural on that yellow building. I might have pronounced that wrong actually, but there you go. Quick update folks, we are turning around. I didn't think there was enough room, but he's doing it. He's swinging this ship round, and we're obviously going to go into the dock backwards, and I'll just give you a look. As you can see, you can clearly see he's swinging the ship round. Oops, that's a bit too, stood a bit too close to that window, and of course it's sloping. As you can see, we're clearly turning. Right folks, here we are on the starboard side, no, the port side of the ship, and we're pulling into the pier, or I should say the dock. Slowly pulling in, and up on up off bus has arrived. No doubt some people will be going out on that. There you go. Right folks, we've docked. And if you can, how much you can see there, but yeah. That says it's docked. There's the wall mural, or wall mural. I've seen in so many other people's videos. I think you can just about make it out. Yes, and lots of little houses and doesn't appear to be much shopping wise, I suppose, until you get much further into the town. Anyway, there you go, we're here. Right folks, I've decided to get off at ship and have a look round after all. As you can see, that's the bridge, and I'm on the other side of the ship. You see, it looks really big, but the Iona is bigger, because the what do they call it is the buffet is twice as long as on the Britannia. So we're going to have a look down here and we'll do a bit more. And there we have the Muriel. I think I'm pronouncing it right. But anyway, that's that I've seen on loads of other people's videos. And now I'm here filming it myself. How nice. Yeah. And there's the back of the ship. And I think that down that way is into the town. So yeah. Great news folks. I got my fridge magnets from that little shop there behind me. Yeah, and they're homemade. She said she makes them herself. You know, so they're unique in that sense. I think, let's see if we can get them out of my pocket. Look out, where have I put them? Oh, they're here in my shirt pocket. So this is the first one. See, it's Stavanger, Norway. And this is the other one, which is, yeah, that's to Stavanger, Norway as well. And it's basically the port of this little area. Yeah, this is called I believe these houses and that are called the Old Town. Anyway, so we might have another little look round before we move on. Bye for now. Right folks, here we are, a little bit away from the ship. The ship, as you can see, is over there. And we just walked along the front there, a number of shops selling souvenirs. So if you need to get, you know, your fridge magnets, or like me, as well as a new cap, because I forgot to bring mine with me again. I've got to make a list of what I'm packing my suitcase for the next cruise. You can just come along here and get them. And as I say, we see there's a restaurant there somewhere. Oh, there, look. Just make it once we clear out trees. Gone restaurant. We're coming into a main bit now, as you can tell by the fact that just over there is Burger King. So place here, it sells fish and chips. So they must get quite a few people come from UK. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to walk this far, otherwise I'd have brought my gimbal. And where did you just make it over there? A 7-Eleven. Only place I've seen one of them was in Florida. And look, you got Burger King. So I don't know what that noise is. And there you go. And there's a church over there. So I think it's some kind of little market thing. They're putting something together, they're building something's coming there. I'm not sure what that is, the building, but they're building something. Oh, it's Starbucks. Look, there's a Starbucks there. Some statue there with a pigeon on top. Yeah. Spa there, bar and brazier, called Skagan. Clothing, gifts, souvenirs at the back there. Yeah. Yeah, too hilly for me. Lots of hills. Mind you, that said, you've walked up this big hill. So there you have it, folks. Yeah, just some kind of church. So that'll do me now for me recce. I'm gonna go back to the ship. So I'll see you all back on the ship. Right, folks, if you do come to Stavanger in the future, if you come to the House of Norway, which is just down the road from the ship, and you're going to buy something, show them your cruise card or tell them that you're on the ship, and you get approximately a 25% discount. Well, that's what they were operating the day I came. I should imagine I can't see them curtailing that. So yeah, and as you can see, this is what I got. A hat, and it cost me 67 krona with tax, because it's 25 whatever it is, less, you know, whatever the units of a krona are. There's 25 of them and 6.75 for the krona, and it, as I say, it came at 67 krona, and that worked out in UK money about, let's have a look, what did I say, £5.20, about £5.20. So that's not bad for one of these hats. So as I say, I'm going to now go get back on ship, so I'll speak to you when I'm back on. Bye for now. Right, folks, well, here we are back on the ship, on my balcony, and it's a lot warmer than I expected it to be. You know, to say we're in Norway, I only had my light jacket on. I'm sweating like a good one, and I noticed a lot of people out there without jackets on, you know, just the t-shirts. Yeah, so that were that. No duty-free shop, so duty-frees have gone out the window, so let's hope that maybe we stop somewhere else, otherwise we're going to end up having to spend a lot more on duty-free on the ship. There's a couple of the off buses have just gone past. Bit late now for me, because I don't know how long that tour takes. If it takes an hour and a half, something like that, I might not get back in time for my own thing. Mind you, it's only, it's 17 minutes past 11, so that's an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour and a half to my excursion. So if, as I say, if it's over an hour on the bus, yeah, I'd miss it. So I thought, no, best not. So yes, so there you go. So I'm just going to relax a little bit now, see if we can cool down. I found out where I go for me excursion. You get off at Gangplank, and people, she says somebody from ship will be there, from excursions will be there to show you where you have to go to get on your excursion. I suspect it's just at the end of the ship there, because I saw quite a few people stood there earlier, and yeah, so that's it. So speak to you later. Right folks, I've just been down to my dog grill, which is just at the end of my corridor, and I see I got myself a hot dog, and there's onions underneath and some crispy chicken and a little can of pop that I brought with me. So yeah, so I'm going to eat these, and I'll get back to you and tell you what they were like. Bye for now. Right, we're leaving. We're on the boat and we're on our way, and the good news is they have toilets on board.
Around here, I think. Done it, like I said earlier today, but I did it yesterday too. As a matter of fact, personally, I did it not for my job. My brother is coming to town here in a week, and I'm bringing him on the cruise too. So this is a really nice time. As we pull out, just really quick, on the left side of the boats, the one you just passed by here at 9 o'clock, is a black and white boat. If you ever seen the movie Dunkirk, which was a great movie, that was the hospital ship in it. If you remember, when they're trying to get out and escape, and they got that guy on the stretcher, and they're on the pier, and they're trying to get onto it on the quay, and the hospital ship ended up sinking. Don't mean to spoil any. If you haven't seen the movie, it's pretty dramatic, and that's one of the only pre-World War II transport ships around. And so Christopher Nolan, when he saw that thing, came up here, painted it white, put on the Red Cross, filmed it, and brought it back to its original colors. If you see the movie again, you'll recognize the yellow lifts on the top of it. What else? I'm just going to ramble a lot, so sorry about that. Our itinerary today, let's talk about that. So we're going to take off here, we go around the fjord. You all got that nice little handout from the barriers for a second. When you first got on the ship, this is pretty nice.
My room up
right
there.
now we're at that big I for
right
Stavanger. That's the right where your ship is docked. And we're going to follow that red.
Those individual balconies there. I'm not sure. Mine's about third or fourth balcony.
Check my facts. You can read the numbers as you go through and say, Mark, you told me that there were only 200 seals, but it says here there's 400. Who's lying? There's a conspiracy. Whatever. So
yeah.
But it's a really good guy.
We're on his way.
It's nice. Here we go. Yeah. It's a 98% rock. Right? A lot of rock. And so look around here and think, oh, there's lots of people. There's 5 million people on this. You take Norway, this story. You take Norway, Oslo, Norway, never
faster than cruise ship we're doing. We're doing 20. But,
place where we're going to get our food. It's a really nice restaurant. The captain will lower the gangplank. That's what they call it on the ship, right? Gangplank. And then we're going to let the folks in the wheelchairs get off first, right?
Right, folks, as you can see, included in the cost of your fare is coffee and waffles. Waffles there, coffee is over there, so I'm going to try it.
Big difference between
right, folks, we're on our way again.
Three fjords kind of come
waffles
together
were very
in this
nice.
area, but the water in
the jelly that I wasn't supposed to
only gets recycled about once every 100 years. That's just the natural kind of currents.
It was a mistake because
and so the water that comes in here tends to stay for
the guy told us that we were the only ones there.
And of course it gets populated by all of the boats.
I just saw these jellies and helped myself to them.
All around.
But the chap in there and
the fjord,
they're not for you.
Some of the waterfalls.
So I apologise, offered to pay for it. But he says, no, you're alright. But don't do it again.
Old
yeah, very
fjord,
nice. Very nice.
The water doesn't turn over very much.
Nice gentleman.
You might have read the story inside your handout.
Yeah, anyway, we're on our way again.
When there was a dangerous algae bloom inland in the cities, or in the fjords, they took all those salmon in the nets and they just dragged them in here into Lisa Fjord, and then that clean water protected the salmon from getting wiped out by the algae. So kind of a nice little option. This is definitely a place that we like to go for a cruise. If the wind is blowing the wrong way, it can be pretty harsh. But it's a Hurtigruten and then go all the way up and back. You can also, you don't have to do the whole cruise, you can also kind of hop on and hop off as well if you want. Part of the wildlife that I like to look for when I'm in this area are the seals. We talked about that in your little guide. I think the guide said there's like 400 or so seals around here. They're about a yard or so long, maybe 2 at the very most. And they weigh around 100 kilos. I'm not sure how many stone that is. Someone have to do the translation for me with that. 50 stone? 15. Wow. A stone is heavy. Yeah. Landed right down here at the bottom. And then as the glacier melted, it spun the rock around a little bit and then created this little hole. And then over time, the rock eventually wore itself down. And at the bottom, there's some sand, and that's what's left of that rock. That fell however many hundreds of thousands of years ago. That little round spot, you can kind of see at the top of the rock there. The little round spot there is considered like a bathing area. So back in the day, people would come into town and they'd bathe here. You can now see it at 3 o'clock off the side of our boat. They would shower up or clean up before they went into town. And that was a really common thing back in the day because everyone lived out in the farms. And the only time you'd ever go into town was to go to the market. And it was really common that you'd row, like I told you before, with the guy that rowed all of his rowed into town. You get really tired, you get really sweaty, and so you want to clean up before you go into town. And so there's all kinds of little spots around all these islands where people would like stop, get naked, jump in the fjord, clean themselves off, put on some good clothes, and then pull into town like they were fresh, from the ready for church kind of thing. So that was really did it back in the old days here. The sheriff was chasing them, and they came around this corner here, and they tucked into a little private spot that you can kind of see as a sheltered area. And then they climbed up the rocks, and as the sheriff tried to get them, he threw rocks down from the top and almost sunk his ship, or sunk his little rowboat. And so he had to give up and go back to town, and then they escaped across the Reflicka mountain range. So high drama and tax evasion even back in the old days. See off the front right now, these cute little goats. Don't worry, we're gonna back up and turn, and everybody on the left hand side of the boat will be able to see them as we pass by as well. So if you can't get your shot, don't worry, you'll be able to see it in just a sec. Looking thing that's kind of coming off. If your eyes are good, or you've got one of those cameras with amazing zoom on it, I'm sure you'll be able to see some people up on the edge of that thing. It looks really tiny from down here, but when you're up the top, it's 25 meters wide by 25 meters long, and you're up there. And
folks. Right folks, we're back on the ship. Back in my room. I've just come from a tour, well, it's called a cruise, wasn't it? A Fjords cruise down to Linz. Well, you'll have seen it anyway. It's Summit Rock, Puppet Rock. That's it. Had a brilliant time. Had a great time. Really enjoyed it. I got chatting to this lady whose partner came from Yorkshire, bless him, and I've got myself, as you see, 2 scoops of ice cream, mint chocolate chip and strawberry and cream, and I've got myself a bottle of where is it? Yeah, it's there, just can't see it in shade, of Corona beer. So I'm going to tuck into these, and I think we're supposed to sail in about 3 minutes time. Whether we do sail in 3 minutes time, a matter of conjuncture. I think you had to all aboard for 4:30. Yeah, so it'll be about 5 o'clock when we sail. Yeah, as I was saying, I think, yeah, I've got that wrong. It's all aboard for 4:30, and then we'll sail at 5 in theory. So I'll come back to you when we started to sail out of port. Bye for now. I forgot to mention, folks, that the ice cream does incur an extra charge. It's not part of your your normal food and free food and alcohol. Not alcohol, because you don't get free alcohol, unless you've got a drink package, of course. Yeah, it was, I think it's about £3.95 for 2 scoops of ice cream, which that type of ice cream, it's not bad. I think you pay something like that if you go to seaside, like Blackpool or something like that, you pay about that for a couple of scoops of that type of ice cream, although it is a bit thin. And the beer is £4.85, so I don't know how good or bad that is, because I don't go drinking anymore. So comments below if you think I've paid, if it's paid over odds for that Corona lager, or if it's about the same. So bye for now. Right folks, it's 5:05. And I can see that the bow thrusters appear to be firing up. Yes, you look down there, might just make it out, and if you we appears to be, well, we don't appear to be, the bow thrusters appear to be turned on, but the ship doesn't appear to be, unless we're just edging very, very slowly, because of course the bow thrusters on the other side will be causing a bit of a like a squashing motion with water against wall. So it has to move away from the dock slowly, and then it'll start going forward. Oh look, that ship that we saw going out when we come back, would have been on that, would have been just in time to wave us goodbye. And especially if any poor souls that have gone out that as an independent, they've had it. But if it had been the ship's excursion, then there'd have been sound. I'm just trying to think, are we moving slightly? There appears to be activity on the bridge anyway, so Yeah. So when we move a bit more, I'll come back to you. Right folks, we're definitely moving now. As you can see, we're swinging away from that little island. Thing there, I knew thrusters were going, so we were edging away from pier, and now we're moving forward. There you go. Leaving. There you go, look. You could see the into the harbour before, and now we can't, because we've swung round actually at an angle, and we're going straight up there. So it'll take us quite some time to get up there, so I'll come back to you when we're a bit further on. Otherwise this vlog will be about 3 hours long. Right folks, as you can see, it's a drill ship. You see there's a derrick on the end of it, and this one here is a support vessel. It takes out supplies and such like to the rigs, to the oil rigs. Subsea 7 and Fjord, something like that that's called. But there's some drilling and supplies. This is all one big fjord, believe it or not. Yeah, one great big fjord. So, there you go. Right folks, as you can see, we still haven't reached the mouth of the fjord. And as you can also see, that fjords are not 2 feet wide with massive towering cliffs. They are as you further inland you get, but out here towards the mouth of the fjord, as you can see, they come down quite considerably. But basically, Norway is a lot of rock, and as our guide was saying on that Fjord cruise, the population of London is bigger than the whole of the population of Norway. How's that for a fact, folks, eh? You can see it's all land out there, so I think it's going to be a good couple of hours before we get out into the north Sea. I'll get it eventually, yeah. Out into the North Sea and start to head up to his next port call, which is one of them names that I can't pronounce. So what I'll do is I shall put it as a subtitle above the name of the port, if I remember. Right folks, bye for now. Right folks, here we are in the buffet for my evening meal, and we've started off with some beer battered fish, double battered as well, mushy peas, a minute steak, and and some mashed potatoes. So I'm going to try them out and tell you what I think of them. Right folks, let's try again. Right. Piece of steak, minute steak. Well done. Needed too well done, is that? Well, I think I did manage to get a mushroom because it was meat, steak and mushroom. Alright. Cod. Beer battered, double beer battered cod. That's not bad. Oh, did I get a mushroom? Mushy peas. Yeah, they got a minty taste about them, but they're not like we have in Yorkshire. You know, get at fish shops at Yorkshire. Totally different to that. You know, it's sort of more runny-ish than. But I'm not surprised because they're very similar to what I got on the Iona. So it's the recipe they must use. And lastly, the mashed potato. It's okay. It's not got a great deal of flavour to it. You know, it's obvious that they've not used butter and milk to make the mash. It looks like they've taken the potatoes and boiled them well, given them a good mashing. They might put a little bit of butter in or something, but it's not had much in it, and there's no seasoning in it. They've not put salt and pepper, etc. in it. So, although it's okay, it just doesn't have that flavour to it. Right, so what I'll do is I'll finish this dinner, and then I'll take you guys round the buffet and show you what other options there are before I decide to get a sweet. So it's bye for now. Right, so come with us as we go around the buffet. On this side, we've got the various things: pepper mackerel, smoked salmon. Oh, that's smoked salmon to me. Sandwich sausage, smoked pork, mortella sausage, and then of course you've got your salads with your lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, potato salad, coleslaw, red slaw, cheese, sauces. Here you've got salad bowls. So like with this one you've got a little, I can't pronounce it, oak leaf, asparagus, olive oil and wholemeal to test the salads. And this one you've got natural yoghurt, carrot, rocket and toasted peanut salad on that one. And then again it's just a repeat on this side, and again a repeat on this side of the salads. Now on the puddings here tonight we've got dark chocolate and beetroot cake with vanilla, cream and raspberries, confetti meringue tart, Eton mice for vegans, lemon passat and rhubarb compote. And then on the end you've got Irish cream trifle. Down this end we've got again the green salad, which is a presumably nut-free for people with allergies. Then you've got on this station we've got mixed vegetable curry and rice, and then you've got mango chutney and chili pickle. then the puddings is about the same really, except you've got the Irish cream trufle, you've got your bonfire meringue, the lemon passat, dark chocolate beetroot cake, and the vegan option. Around here we've got the soup tonight was cream of tomato, and you've got custard to go with bread and butter pudding or apple brown betties, which to me just looks like apple crumble, but there you go. And on this side you've got your cheese and biscuits with your Branston pickle, Piccadilly, red Leicester, applewood, butter, etc. and your breads. On here, this is where I got mine from tonight. So in the whole minute steak, mushroom, sauteed onion, gammon steak with fried egg and pineapple, Cornish pasties, cottage pie, cream potatoes, mushy peas, battered cod. The battered cod was nice, so I might try that. That's quite nice. And then you've got roast turkey, roast potatoes, cauliflower cheese. I miss that. Quite like cauliflower cheese. And all same again. So when you're cooking your dinner, you've got to watch, otherwise you miss things. There's vegetarian stuff here. And again, it's just a repeat of what was on the other side. So yeah, so that's what's on offer. And of course, you've got your coffee station and your milk, and that appears to be the water dispenser. So yeah, over there is self-service alcohol station. Not for me, not tonight anyway. And again, the same hot pudding. So basically what you've got is you've got the same meals sort of mirror each other, the stations mirror each other. Same station down one side, same down the other. Should I get a plate and get a little bit of that cauliflower cheese? No, it's overindulgent, especially as I'm going to get a sweet. Going to get one of them Irish tart things, and I'm going to take that back to thing. So, there's a couple of them. Oh, that's the vegetarian thing. Yeah, okay then folks, that's it. That's what's in the buffet tonight. Right folks, well that's it for today really. I'm not all that keen on what's on entertainment wise. They've got a magician in the Headlines Theatre, which I'd actually booked to go see before I realised what it was. And I just don't fancy that. And in the live lounge, you've got some, I don't know, it just is comedy wordsmith, and I just don't like the sound of that. So I'm going to give them both a miss. As I say, I'm going to call it a day, and look forward to tomorrow. I've still got a bit of work to do. Obviously, I've got to download everything off the cameras onto my laptop, and then I'll probably watch a film. And I'll see you all tomorrow. So it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Bye.